Hi, I'm Jerry Drager, Drager's International Classic Sales in Seattle, Washington. We're here at Drager's Clubhouse, and I just want to show you this 1966 Mustang Coupe that I just got in, and it's all ready to go. And I want to tell you, it's a pretty nice little car. It's got a 302 in it now, a brand new 302, and transmission was rebuilt, and it's got a deluxe pony interior in it. We put the new style steel wheels on it. You see there with new tires. It just had regular wheels on it, and they didn't. I don't know. This car looks so nice, and it really stands out. I wouldn't tell you that the paint is perfect on it, even though it looks perfect. When you get up close to it, you can find where it could have been painted a little better, but it's really got eyeball, and it runs and drives great. I've been driving it quite a bit. I don't know. I've probably got a couple hundred miles on it now, I'd say. And I like this car. You'll like it too. Driver's side on this car, I mean, it's beautiful. And I tell you, there's some flaws in the paint. But you know, I walk down the side of this thing and I look at it and I don't see any. And I know there's some things in here, and maybe it has to be under the fluorescent lights because it looks great. I just don't see anything anywhere on here at all. I thought I saw a spot, but it was just like right there, just little pieces of dirt. So, I mean, this thing looks great. The windows roll up and down on this thing just fine. As you can see, they roll up and down just fine. Now the front end looks real good on here. I noticed that this hood is a little bit high right here. So I mean, it is not perfect car. All this looks real good. Bumper looks real good. Oh, that's just some tarnish on there. Just some stuff on there. I mean, everything looks good here. Hood looks good. Seemed like I saw something in the hood, but again, it's probably under the fluorescent lights and not out here in the sun because it looks beautiful. And good reflection and everything. Now I turn the lights on. High beam, low beam, turn signal, left side, right side. Windshield washer do not work. It's a single speed wiper. I tried to get them to work. They don't. Horn works just fine. The passenger side on this is beautiful too. And these are brand new style steel wheels, new tires. We put them on there. Usually they have a red cap. He didn't have any red caps, and it's got the black cap, and I like the black cap. So it looks good. And again, this side's the same way. I know there's some issues in the paint. I want to tell you, in the sunlight here, you can't see a flaw anywhere in this thing. And I know there is a few. So anybody that looks at this car outside at a car show and everything is just going to think it's absolutely gorgeous. And that's just what it looks like. I mean, everything looks really good on here. I mean, this is a good solid car all the way around. We showed you. You'll see underneath here the vents are all good. They're not filled in like most cars. This is a great Mustang. Like all cars, this door handle was working 10 minutes ago, but it's not working now. But I want to show you how it opens and closes. And we will take care of this so it works good. And I want to show you the windows also all right here. You can see that they crank up good. Yeah, that's one of those things that happens on classic cars, old cars. From time to time, something will quit working. It's usually always pretty easy to fix. And that's one thing really nice about Mustangs. You can get anything you want for them. So they're very, very simple and very easy to take care of. Now, as you can see, the back end of this car looks real good. The chrome on here is nice. The bumper guards are nice. The deck lid is all beautiful. I mean, the paint's really nice. And I got to tell you, oh, I see there's a little spot there and there. Like I say, there are some things in this paint. Also, and if I get down here at the right light, I can see it a little bit in here. There's some sand marks and stuff. You can't see it from there. You won't see it on the screen. I mean, it looks beautiful, but there are some issues with the paint like that they're minor, but they're there. We'll take a look inside here. at the inside of this Mustang. You see we got spare tire here with the tire cover on, and it's got a lot of good tread on there, just a standard wheel. There's a lug wrench right there, and there's a jack in the bag. But look at this. Original license plate frame from Bill Pierre Ford, where this car was sold new right here in Seattle, Washington. We got the heavy-duty trunk mat on here, and which I like. And you can look and you can see this is clean. Looks like this gas tank may have been replaced at some time or another. That may be the original, but looks pretty clean. I like this area. I always tell you that every time you look at one of my Mustangs. And look how nice this is. It's good in shape. Andrew put a new extension board on there, which they're usually always gone, and never been replaced. The other side, even though it's there, I've looked at it. There's photos, and it looks great too. So I think you'll be very impressed with the overall condition and how good this Mustang is. And I mean, you can see underneath here, this is clean. Look at that. That's got to be the original sticker from way back. So that's got to be original paint. It's a beautiful little car. Now Mustangs 64, 65, 66 were not required to have seat belts, and 67 it was mandatory from the federal government. But this car has seat belts, and it has one other feature that's interesting. It has shoulder harnesses in it, so you got really good seat belt protection. And you just click it in there, and you're all set. Now you'll note this is a 65B here, which indicates it's got the deluxe pony interior. This is the deluxe pony interior door panel. You can see it's raised out here and got this, and the door handles are different. And we also have a remote mirror on here. Now you can see with the interior in this is really nice. Of course, the seats are all the deluxe pony interior. They all look real good. It's all clean and nice. And you got to like this console it's got in here with the cup holders and everything. Looks good. We also, look at here. Here's looks like the original handbook to me. You can see that the headliner is beautiful in this car. It may be the original one, and maybe it's been replaced. It looks awful nice. You can see the tach works. This clock does not work. And the gas gauge works. I just put fuel in it because it was down low. Oil temperature gauge is working fine. I don't know if you can, yep, so you can see the amp gauge wiggle. Temperature gauge works just fine. The heater, it blows good, and the heater control levers are nice and free. But look at here. We have a radio in here. And I don't know if you can see this or not too well, but down below here, there are two speakers on each side in the kick plate. So you got a lot of sound system in here. And this one makes noise. It probably doesn't have an antenna hooked up to it. Now we got the wood grain wheel on here. It's got a piece missing out of here. This is not wood, this is a plastic wood grain wheel, and you can see we got the wood grain panel on both the glove box and the speedometer. This dash pad is beautiful if there wasn't any dust on top of it, but it's all beautiful. This is a nice car you'll enjoy owning and driving. Now this I have receipts for on this engine. This is a new 302 engine in here, and when you buy this car you'll get those receipts and stuff. And we got manual brakes and drum brakes on the front. It's got power steering, and of course it's a automatic transmission, which we like. And you got this we got the Cobra air cleaner on here. Let's take this off and take a look underneath here and see what we got. Anyway, under here is a, look at there, it's like a brand new Edelbrock carburetor, 4-barrel, and we got it on a Edelbrock intake manifold. And this distributor has got a XL electronic ignition in it. They take a kit. XL makes a kit to go in the stock distributor. So this has got electronic ignition on it, pointless ignition. So you're all set up on here. It's just a nice clean car that runs great. Sounds good. It's got Flowmasters on it, I think. This has got Flowmasters on it? Anyway, it's got a good exhaust system on it, and you can see those in the Underside video later. Now I want to show you this VIN on this car. It's kind of strange. There's a V here and a V here, and I assume that's for void. I don't know. This might have came out of the factory this way. The number is all correct until you get down to the very end, and it's a 0 here, and it should be a 6. But right here is the correct number that's on this car and on the title and on the door tag. And also, if you look over here on this far side over here, underneath the fender there, which we'll lift up and show you, there is the number right there. The correct number is underneath there. So before I bought this car, we lifted that fender up and checked the number to make sure it was good. So this car is good, and this is the correct number right here. Andrew's loosening the bolts on here right now so we can get lift it up and get a photo and also a video of the number. Now, you can't read it very easily because it's upside down, but if you really look at it and you go look at the photo we just took, it'll show you the correct VIN number on this car, and so it's all good. Now we'll start this 302 for you so you can hear it run. Got a little horsepower there. I think you'll be impressed when you look at the underside of this Mustang. Now there's original rubber boot right there, so this has not been filled in like a lot of them. On the other side over here, the parts of the rubber boot are there, so this side's never been filled in. And everything looks really good underneath here. Looks like a brand new sending unit here in the gas tank, and of course you can see the pipe. In fact, these pipes still got the stickers on there, so they haven't burned off. It's got a 3-inch exhaust system in here with Flowmaster mufflers, as you can see. I mean, and the floor pans all look real good underneath here. Now, wouldn't you like to look at every single Mustang that's never been restored and look at the floor pans and see how, look at there, that's original right there. Same on the other side, it's all real good and solid. The drain vents are in here in the rockers like they're supposed to be. And I'm going to show you the numbers here. They're right here, stamped in here. And they're there. It's not been, this car hasn't been messed with. I spoke too soon, I guess. We're not sure what this hole is here. It doesn't feel like rust. I mean, it's solid. It isn't rusty. But there's a hole right there for some reason. I don't know why. But everything else looks good, just like it's supposed to be. Look at these floor pans in here. I mean, that's just the way it came out of the factory. Nothing's been changed underneath here. These are seatbelt pieces on both sides here. This is the bottom of the C4 automatic, and I got to tell you, it's had to have been rebuilt because it's really clean. I can look way back up in there where you can't see, and the whole transmission's clean. It's fresh looking. It's not covered in dirt and oil and stuff like you get a buildup after a time. So it's recent. This is the bottom of the 302, and I can look up in here. The water pump looks clean and fresh, and I look back here on the side of the block where it's hard to see up in there, and that all looks clean. So in fact, this side I can see a lot better. It looks fairly fresh, not brand new or anything like that, but I don't think it's been in there a whole long time. Motor mounts, yeah, that looks fairly new. I mean, everything looks good underneath here. I think this whole thing looks good. One of the things I like to look for on a Mustang, on this rocker right here, is these stampings right here from the factory. And they're still there, which means that nobody's played with this car. got bent and rusted out or any of that sort of stuff. So it's all there just like it came out of the factory. This is really a good little Mustang. We're heading up the freeway now, going on to the entrance to go on I-5 northbound out of Seattle. You get a chance to see how this thing looks and drives. I know it's a good-looking car. I get compliments on it all the time. I'll step on it here a little bit for you. It accelerates quite well. This car has a lot of eyeball. I'll step on it again here so you can see how it goes. Now you get a chance to see the passenger side of this car, and it looks as good on both sides. Good looking car. You gotta like watching this car go down the road. Anyway, I just hope you enjoyed watching our video. Well, we're back at Drager's Clubhouse, and I hope you enjoyed this run on the Mustang, so you can see how well it goes down the road. It runs quite well. And if you're at all interested, give us a call, 206-533-9600. We have 5 Mustangs in stock at the present time, so come and see us.
On behalf of my father, Jerry, and myself, I hope you enjoyed our video and got a better feel for what this vehicle is all about in its overall condition.
Thanks, Andrew and Woody. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed our video, and you ever come to Seattle, we'd really like to have you come in and see Drager's Clubhouse. You can see some of the things we have here. We do motorcycles and all sorts of stuff, and we have a great time here. And Drager's Clubhouse is just one of those fun places. Everybody'd like to have one like this. Drager's, 206-533-9600.